Hi, this is Nyx, and today I want to go over what's going on with the new update in The Sims 4. As you can see from my game, if you can even get into it, because I know a lot of people can't even get into their game, I have a lot of graphical errors. Usually this is caused by UI mods as far as the graphical errors. Anything in your game where you have CC beds, traits, aspirations, any mods that affects those things will cause your game to break or have issues. So you need to update mods that affect your traits, aspiration. You need to get the XML injector. I actually want to go over a few things because I know a lot of people are freaking out because you can't open your Sims 4 game. So we're gonna get out of here, actually go to where we can find out what mods are broken, because Sims 4 Tray Importer and all the other things that we typically may use, Tmex's better exceptions, MCCC exceptions may not work as well, but I'll go ahead and I'll look and see what MC mods are broken. Usually what you can type in to get something to pop up like this, Sims 4, whatever patch update it is, and update broken mods. So I usually like to go to Sims Forum. This is actually, Sims VIP is actually another good one to go to, but the Sims Forum kind of listed out very much more clearly that I can understand very easily. We can check out the other one in a second. So this usually tells you which patch it is at the top. They usually give you a few notes about things you need to know about, 50/50 list and all that kind of stuff. Sims After Dark is help for, I think that's help for Twisted Mexes mod. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Data Pool is for MCCC, for MC Command Center basically. They're both actually really helpful discords if you need help or suggestions about how to fix your things. All right, tested for broken mods. This is really what you need to do. Honestly, I haven't had it all in one video as far as how you can test your stuff, but you should always be backing up your saves and backing up all your files for Sims 4 before you start deleting and messing around with stuff, because you're gonna be sad if you lose all your CC. Remove everything from your mods folder. So you want to back up all your saves. You're gonna be sad if you lose everything. You want to remove your whole mods folder pretty much, or just remove everything from it. Honestly, just remove your whole mod folder and make a new one. Look, and make a new one. Just remove everything. Once you make your save, remove everything from the Sims 4 mods folder and kind of take it from there, because honestly you need to delete your cache and everything. Like they said, the next step, delete your local thumbnail cache. So yeah, so this is my mods folder. I've been kind of doing Sims Lite lately. I've not had as many mods in there. These are pretty much the only mods I have. The things that are most likely breaking my game is this slider here from the Pancake 1, as far as the UI, because it's a UI mod, and the more traits and cast. That is probably why my game was a little weird. I have already updated UI cheats extension because I knew that was going to be needed to update. That is something you need to update. XML injector. A lot of the trait mods work based off of the XML injector script. So you need to update that with this new patch. Please, 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 please. That will help you so much. I also need to update this one. I forgot to update that one. That is another Weebarustu mod. I'm not sure if they have updated that one yet or not. I need to go check it, but they're really good about updating fairly quickly. I have Tmex's Better Build Buy mod that can also cause issues as far as UI graphical issues, like you see here. So when I say UI graphical issues, I mean this stuff here at the bottom where the UI is all over the place, is not right. When you have issues like this is usually caused by UI mods and needs to be updated. Unfortunately, for some of these things, we're just going to wait for them to be updated. Back to the broken update mod list. All right, if you need help reading in LE, please head to the Discord server. Right, so yeah, these are both for MCCC and this is for Twisted Mexes better exception. So that's how you get the fastest help from those two groups. So down here is a list of all the broken mods. If you keep scrolling, there's a list of all the broken mods down here. Basically, they're saying all CC beds are broken. Any mod that uses the XML injector is broken unless you go ahead and update the XML injector, which it has been updated. I have updated mine, so I was able to at least get into my game. I'm sure if I had not updated it, I would not have been able to even get into my game. So make sure you please update your XML injector. What else you need to do? This goes over a list of specific mods that are broken. So if you have any of these mods, you can go through the list here. I'll leave a link in the description about which mods you can go in, which mods are broken here. All these ones that's crossed out, these are ones the XML injector has updated. The Sims 4 Studio has been updated, but it has not had any patch fixes for beds or anything yet. They are still trying to work on updates for that. It's just gonna take a little bit of time if you don't want to go ahead and update each of your CC individually. And I know some of us have older CC, and those creators are no longer working on those things anymore. So we'll just have to wait for either Sims 4 Studio to make updates so we can batch fix, or we'll have to hope that the CC creators update their stuff soon. This tells you about mods that's outdated or obsolete. At the bottom, there's more people that'll tell you about more mods. And here they'll tell you mods that have been updated and CC that has been updated. Updated mods and tools. Please see the next post for mods by Little Miss Sam. Yeah, Little Miss Sam mods tends to break quite a bit with patch with fixes sometimes. Not all the way, and like it don't destroy your game or anything. I've definitely had Little Miss Sam mods that was very old in there. Takes me a while to update her stuff because she has a lot of mods and a lot of little fixes that I tend to use if I actually start doing gameplay. So I've kind of just removed her from my game for the most part. But I know a lot of people still use her. So you need to update your Little Miss Sam's mods if you use her stuff. And I know a lot of people use the life drama mod and all that kind of stuff. And I think those mods changes, again, aspiration traits, all that stuff. So you just have to update those things. So yeah, a lot of these mods have been updated. All these kind of things. Like I said, I need to update this one. And the good thing about it is if you need to go somewhere, you can click on it. I just like, because I need to come back. You can click on it. It will say you're leaving this, and it will take you directly to that modders page. Like it says the last time this was updated was 7/26/2022. So that means it is updated for the high school patch, and it should work in your game. This is the one I like, and you put it back in your mods folder after you finish testing whether or not you've kind of gotten rid of all the things that was causing issues for your game. So I'm putting it in there now. I know that I'm pretty sure about which mods is causing problems for my game. So if you have your stuff like me, if you have your CC packed together like I do, unfortunately, I have my CC packed together, but I know that it is the house mod. So any beds I have in any of this will have to be deleted, or I have to wait for a patch up fix for Sims 4 Studio, but it's not mega. But I'm not too concerned about that as for now, because it's not preventing me from opening my game. So I'm not too concerned about that. Only thing I have right now really is graphical errors. I'm not sure about other things as of yet, because I haven't had a chance to test too much yet, but it looked like they can still do stuff. I know that if you have the actual high school patch, then your game, your CC beds are very, very, very broken. When I did the Better Exceptions run, this is what it told me as far as that. It was just like your body mods are some tuning errors. So that means it's a little outdated as far as some of the CC. Some of your house 1, house 2 stuff was a little outdated as far as the CC. That's fine. When they say show tuning, it's probably just outdated. Unfortunately, you know for a fact that aspirations are broken. You know that this Bloodborne thing, which is a thing that affects the aspiration, is broken. This is a trait. This affects the aspiration. This is a trait and maybe an aspiration. Probably just a trait based on this. This is a trait as well. So they're broken. Anything, like I said, anything that has traits and you see with all these apostrophe parts under it, it's probably a trait. Broken, it just needs to be updated. So you can just go and see in Zero, because I like Zero's mods quite a bit. So they have a Patreon page. You can go and check it out. Huh, I had been there recently. Okay. All right, the patch. So Zero has a lot of mods that affect traits, some aspirations. And I'm not sure why the random Tawny's mod don't work, but you know, it is what it is. Look, it is what it is. I think a lot of people like the no random Tawny's for you know, a lot of their gameplay. So it'd be sad if Zero doesn't keep those up to date. But Luniverse Sims, part of the team for Transporter, was nice enough to help Zero out there. So hopefully, again, a lot of our modders, you know, it's just gonna take time as far as what gets fixed and what doesn't get fixed. This is just a nice way here. This site here is just a nice way to keep up with mods that have been updated and that have not, and what you can do to fix it. What mods needs to be fixed and what hasn't been fixed yet. These are Little Miss Sam's mods, so it looked like most of hers. She has these are a lot of other people that people tend to use a lot mods that probably affect UI and stuff like that. Like I have a lot of autonomous mods when I actually go back and put that back in my game, so I have to go back and fix all of those too. It's gonna be a lot, y'all. It's gonna be a lot, y'all. We just have to replace all these mods, okay? So I'll give it a second. I'll go ahead and replace some of the UI mods in my game and see if that fixes at least the graphical errors. Like I said, I can open my game because I am working on Sims Lite at this moment in time. So I know I don't have as much stuff that needs to be fixed currently. I just downloaded this, so I've accidentally created this issue here. But other than that, I'll delete a lot of Zero's little things. These ones should be fine, hopefully. And then we'll see what happens after I fix that and see if at least the UI graphical errors are fixed, okay? All right, so I am back, and as you can see, my graphical errors are fixed. There's no issues here anymore. I can actually see everything. They don't have the old phone UI because I forgot to say with the new update, the phone has been updated. So if you have any CC phones, then you may likely have to delete them or update them as well. It shouldn't break your game, but it may. I have no idea because I do not have my default replacement phone on. So I have no idea if it will break my game or not. What happened to my outfit? What is this? Anyway, sorry. So yeah, if you have that issue, then you may need to delete the CC phone, your replacement phone, like not just your replacement phone. So make sure you delete your UI stuff. As you can see what I have fixed in here very easily. So I had to update the UI Cheese extension. I was in my backup folder earlier when I was showing you that I had updated it earlier. That was causing my graphical errors, was actually UI Cheese extensions. But I also had to update the Better Build By, as you can see as well, and TeamX's tool. So they both have been updated as well. So you need to go ahead and update those because those affect UI too. And usually when I usually have issues with that, it usually affects the UI up here from the outside. You might see that issue out there sometimes, but it could be another UI mod that you may have because, you know, we have I've updated that one as you saw earlier. Pretty much all my stuff has been updated, so that I have in here right now currently. So yeah, I did not delete any of the CC, like the House 1, House 2 mod. I didn't delete it because, like I said earlier, it's not causing too many issues for my game. And usually I think the people that are really having issues with that is if you actually have the high school pack. So if you have the high school pack, then you're more likely to be affected by it. I forgot to say earlier too as well. Oh, before we go down to that, I want to go ahead and say that this is what it says now when I go look at my broken mod. So I didn't remove actually any of the traits or anything. So actually putting in the updated XML injector actually really did help as far as that. So I don't have these issues, and it's just a zip file that I need to get rid of. So yeah, I have no issues with that. It was telling me about this tuning issue, but that's the issue I had, and I'm sure it's from some CC thing, who knows. But it's not affecting my game negatively, so I wasn't too concerned about it. I wanted to go over the Sims VIP. So once you go to the site, you'll scroll all the way down to here. I forgot to go over this earlier, and then you'll hit Sims VIP mod status list, and then you'll go to, oh no, what's happening? All right, well, since it's not popping up here, but when you first open it, it should pop up like this, and then you'll go over to mods list. Well, sometimes if it's a lot of people on there, it might not be on there, but yeah, anyway. So when you go over there, you just hit mod list if nobody's currently updating it or whatever. And you can just Control F or Command F, and you can type in what you need to type in to find out if your mod needs to be updated. So this one just says make sure to grab the updated version XML injector. So let's say you were looking for a pancake 1 mod. All right, so you just type in your pancake and it'll let you know like this is broken, which if you go to the pancake site, which I have, it'll tell you it is broken. Make sure you just check these modder sites. The color sliders, like I said earlier, is broken. Because it's a UI mod, I know it's most likely to be broken, so I have to delete that one. But they'll tell you which ones are broken, which ones you just need the XML injector for. The more traits thing I thought would be broken, they actually said it's fine. I was like, cool, that works. So they said it's fine, so I was like, cool, that works. So yeah, you just have to kind of go through it, but I'm just saying the most likely ones to be broken are the traits, aspirations, and UI mods, and then anything that affects forces that may be broken. It may be default replacement phones and beds if you have the new pack. So basically, to wrap all this up, what I suggest you do is to go ahead over to your mods folder. So to wrap this all up, I suggest you go ahead, download the updated version of the XML injector, which I will have a link to in the description. And then I would suggest making a backup of your Sims 4 folder. So if you're EA, Sims 4 folder, make a backup of the whole thing, because you would need to keep your saves because you don't want to accidentally delete those by accident. And you want to make sure you have all your mods and stuff. So make a backup first and then delete your cache, delete that, and then just remove the whole mods folder and then make a new one. Just make a new folder, okay? So that's what you want to do for that. And then once you've made your new mods folder, make sure you put the new downloaded version of XML injector. Make sure you put it in there before you start testing your mods. If you don't want to do all of that, I would suggest you just make sure you update your trait, aspirations, and anything that affect whims probably need to be updated in all honesty, just to be on the safe side. But I would definitely update them first, as I know that they're more likely to cause issues. I would also suggest adding your CC folder in last. If you have a lot of CC and you have all your CC in its own little folder, that would help a lot. It's just expedite the process because, CC tends to make the game take a long time to load because we tend to have a lot of it. So CC should be the last thing you should be testing if you are having issues with the game. Like I said, most CC shouldn't break the game, but unless you have beds or default replacement phones, that is most likely to cause your issue with the game as far as CC. I also wanted to say that basically at this point we are just trying to update our CC and mods, and all we can do is wait for them to come up with an update for the Sims 4 Studio so we can update our beds with the batch fixes. And once that come out, it should be under objects because that is usually what our house stuff is. And hopefully we'll be able to fix our beds and possibly our CC windows again, because we now have the options of curved walls. I have no idea if they'll be able to do that with CC windows, but that's what we're waiting on. So we all have a lot of work to do as far as updating all our CC. Like I said, I have not been playing the game very much, but I have a mini mods to update, and if I want to update, I'm pretty sure all my mods that I've had are broken now for real. So it's just gonna be a process for all of us. Just set aside enough time to be able to kind of go through everything. Just make sure that you kind of go through the traits, any mods that affect traits, aspirations, and maybe possibly whims first before you start kind of freaking out. So just take out those mods first and then kind of go from there. I think Life's Drama at aspirations. I'm not sure if that's one of the ones that is broken. I don't know what the name of Life's Drama mod is, or if that one hasn't even been updated, because I don't even know if that one has been updated. Let me see. Kawaii Sims, is that who that was by? Kawaii. So I think this is the broken category. So if you lose Slice of Life, that's the one I was probably thinking of. I think about Kawaii Stacy mod. I'm sorry. So if you use Slice of Life, then that's probably broken as well. Like any mods that affect buffs or traits and aspirations, they're probably broken, or they need the XML injector. So if you put the XML injector in and it's still not working, fortunately you might have to just wait for an update for that one. But anyway, I wish you all luck with updating all your mods in CC. It's going to be a process. We're just going to take our sweet time with this process, and it's going to be okay, y'all. It's going to be okay. It's probably not on CC for the most part. It's just those mods. So we just gotta wait and hope they fix our mods that we love so much. Anyway, thank you all, and I hope this has been helpful for you. I know this has been a frustrating thing. It's always a frustrating thing every time there's an update. Also make sure when you're in the game, make sure you enable your, if you haven't, because I know most of us have, but if you haven't, make sure you enable your custom content and mods in the game before, because you know, after an update, you have to do that. So make sure you do that, please and thank you. So that way you can make sure and test your stuff and make sure it's there. You can make sure it's there. Alrighty, well anyway, I wish you all luck on updating all your mods in CC, because this was a big update, which was really good for the game overall, but it broke a lot of things. And I thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it's helpful for you all, and I wish you well, okay? Until next time, bye.